All right, what up, y'all? I'm a bit more worried for Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte than I was in the beginning. They had a segment on Smackdown where they did a little side by side interview, a little split screen, and Charlotte ran through Tiffany Stratton, like just walked her all the way down for about however long the segment was, talking over her. Tiffany kind of seemed like she was just a bit knocked off kilter. She didn't really have any good hit backs. Everything that she did to hit Charlotte, Charlotte hit her back 2 times harder. You know what I'm saying? And I really just chalked it up to experience. You know what I'm saying? Charlotte's been here for a much longer time than Tiffany. So a lot of people were like super surprised, like, oh, how did Tiffany do this? I'm like, Charlotte has the most experience between the two. So she's been to hell and back. She can go with anybody now, and especially someone who in the all-time list is very much below her. I knew Charlotte was going to win at WrestleMania. I do not believe Tiffany Stratton's going to beat her. I think Charlotte's going to win at WrestleMania, and then Tiffany might get it back at SummerSlam with a stipulation. Charlotte doesn't deserve to be women's champion at this point. They're only giving her the belt because of empty title reigns. They want Charlotte to be the female version of her father, which they've already, to me, they've already succeeded in it, but they want her to have title reigns to match it. Even though they have done it completely in the incorrect way over these few years. And her run does not equal to how many championships she's had. You know what I'm saying? It's like two different things. She hasn't been in the game for that long for her to have as many title reigns as she has. So a lot of it is just going back and forth with Mercedes, having little title run here, little title run there. It doesn't really do anything. I've never saw a Charlotte title run where I can think, wow, that was great, because all of them go into one. I don't know. I think of Charlotte with the belt, but I can't think of anything that Charlotte did with the belt. She just has it. You feel me? So I can't imagine this is going to be any different. And that's what I'm worried about for WrestleMania, because, like, all right, you already had Charlotte go out there and just demolish Tiffany in the promo segment. Okay, cool. You can't have Charlotte beat her in the match, too. You can't. Right? Well, obviously they can, but please, I know I know people just run to, oh, Charlotte's great in the ring. Yes, we know. But like I've been talking about with multiple different superstars in the current product, there are other things that you really need to consider when you talk about these wrestlers. You feel me? Now, I'm not saying that Charlotte isn't the total package, because she really is. She's not really bad at anything. She's really excellent at most things, if not all things that she needs to be. You know what I'm saying? But creative always feels like they have to give her these championships for the reason of just like, filling out that little imaginary checkboard that is her father's reign, her father's career. And it's like, bro, you're not even making it look good. You're just chasing after something that is completely unattainable. I don't care if she surpasses John Cena and Ric Flair combined. She'll never be at that level. She'll never be at that level. There's people that are still going to say Becky's the GOAT. There's still going to be people that say Mercedes is the GOAT. You feel me? Trish, Lita, AJ Lee. There's a whole bunch of people. I'm not saying I agree with them. I'm saying I've heard the argument. People, I ain't going to lie. In my head right now, Bianca Belair is ahead of Charlotte, of being close to being like the next superstar that you can say, okay, you are now the greatest of all time. Bianca Belair is higher on my list, because we need more than just empty title runs. We need more than just woo. Well, at least I do. I know people, some people don't. Some people just take it for what it is. And listen, if you like Charlotte the way she is, cool. Fine, take it. I don't really care. I don't, But for me, on this video, I have to say what I feel. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, I already have a bad feeling towards Charlotte and Becky. Bayley and Mercedes I love. Becky and Charlotte I despise. Kind of for the same reasons. I think Charlotte is a little more egregious because it's like very evident what they're trying to do. But they do the same thing kind of with Becky too, just giving her the belt when she doesn't want it, and they just give her the belt when it's like they panic, And people don't like calling it out because Becky's their favorite, or Becky, quote unquote, deserves it, which I ain't gonna lie, we need to end that narrative that wrestlers just Oh, they deserve it. Oh, bro, there's 15 wrestlers that deserve more. Okay, I promise you. You can say John Cena deserves to break the record. There's a whole bunch of people on the roster that deserve to have at least one title run in their career, but they never will get it. So who deserves it more? Who dictates who deserves what more? The fans. You know what I'm saying? So it's a conversation that will always be like a seesaw. There's no real correct answer. Some people are going to feel that one person deserves it, other people are not. You know what I'm saying? And it's like at this point, you have to realize that in Charlotte's case, she can be as great as she wants to be. But as Triple H and creative continues to like just push her down our throats, and again, winning the Royal Rumble, she shouldn't have won. She shouldn't have won. I know people, oh, Tiffany wanted to fight Charlotte. Okay, that's cool. Who said we got to do that right now? Like, who said that we have to do this right here, right now? Charlotte could have fought Tiffany at any point. Tiffany's not going anywhere. Charlotte, as far as I know, ain't going anywhere. So why do we just rush right to it right now? Are we afraid of Charlotte retiring? Are we afraid of y'all releasing Tiffany Stratton or something? Like, what are you afraid of? Why do we rush that? You feel me? And now we're in the sake of like, we rushed it. What's the story between Tiffany and Charlotte? Oh, Charlotte endorsed me? Charlotte already cleaned that up already on Smackdown. So the little bit of story they did have, Charlotte just whited out. She just dismissed that. So what's the story? Charlotte wants to be champion again. Tiffany Stratton has to overcome Charlotte. She had to overcome Nia Jax. And I didn't like this too. During the segment, Tiffany was talking about her being champion, not talking about how she won the championship. And Charlotte said, okay, you won it by cash in. Are we just diminishing cash in? Like, why are we ruining what the Money in the Bank contract is? She tried to use that as like, oh, you didn't win it for real, you used the cash in. What? Why would you do that to one of your biggest like gimmicks? Why would you do that? You could say the same thing. Oh, you won the Rumble. You didn't pin anybody. You just outlasted people. Why are we trying to demolish the gimmicks that you created? The Money in the Bank is one of the most genius creations in professional wrestling history. Why would you have your challenger at WrestleMania just outright diminish that and try to take all? But it didn't really count because you only cashed it in. What? Cashing in is still hard. Some of the best championship runs of all time started off by cash in. Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, the heist of the century, cash in. Dolph Ziggler, cash in. CM Punk, cash in. What are we talking about? What are we talking about right now? Does Charlotte not like cash-ins? I remember that one time Nikki ASH cashed in and like beat Charlotte with a crossbody or something. Does she just hate Money in the Bank contracts now? Like, why are we trying to move away from acting like the Money in the Bank contract isn't a thing that you're supposed to use? It's an instrument. It's like the Rumble. It's like the Chamber. It's like any other thing that you would get before you win a championship. So why are we using that as a demotion? Tiffany had to win that briefcase. And then she had to pick the correct time to cash in. She could have failed to cash in. Tiffany had to do a lot of different things the right way to make herself where she is. And Charlotte just tried to move past it. I know she's a heel, but like, there's a such thing as stupid heels. There's a such thing as bad heels. I don't think she's bad or stupid. I think that was just a stupid remark, you know. I think they could have done something differently instead of using that verbiage. Because to me, that's like trying to demote what the Money in the Bank contract is. And trying to demote, for me, I don't think Tiffany's doing a bad job as champion right now. I think she kind of stuck around that Nia Jax period for too long. But besides that, I don't think she's doing a bad job. But the thing is, she's stuck on 3 hour Smackdown, and 3 hour Smackdown is a cesspool. You feel me? So at this point right now, WrestleMania 41 has to go with Tiffany winning. I don't think she will, you know. I just don't want Tiffany to like lose this championship and then have to go all the way into August trying to build herself back up when she was over before the championship. Tiffany Stratton was it 2 chambers ago when they were in, I think when they were in Australia, and Tiffany was super over there. Super over there. She didn't have a championship at all. So I'm like, why are we doing this to Tiffany now? Does she need promo work? Absolutely. That's about it. Everything else, she passes for me. Promo work, that can be fixed in a short time. I don't know why we're throwing Charlotte in there to take the championship off of her just to have another meaningless, boring run to probably drop it by the time summer comes. I don't get it. But y'all let me know, man, how do you feel about Charlotte and Tiffany? Do you think it's a good feud? Who do you think is going to win at WrestleMania? How did you like the segment on Smackdown? You know what I'm saying? I'm really worried for Tiffany right now, Really worried for her. But, yeah, man, y'all be good. Y'all be safe. Thank y'all for watching. Praise God. Now we'll see you in the next. Oh, make sure, before you leave, like the video, subscribe if you're new, subscribe if you haven't already, comment down below what kind of video you want me to do next. Stay safe, drink water, praise God, and I will see you in the next video, man.